right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakafadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles that great millstones who well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to you brothers out there preaching and teaching in the highways and byways in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Barakathum. And in transit, man, I want to speak a few words about the people of this world and just the people that we interact with on a day-to-day, man. You know, whether it be at work, whether it be, you know, out and about, you know, you running errands. The main thing is, bro, when you're out here in this world, you have to really meditate on the things that Yahweh Shai said, you know, and really put yourself back in that mind of being on a mission, you know. And ultimately the thing I wanted to speak on was learning how to let these people have it, and when that is appropriate, man. And ultimately it's a balance between, you know, when to learn to take the low, all right, and when to stand your ground and defend yourself. Now, we all know that we're going to be accused of all kind of different you know, unsavory things coming up, because we know that's part of the persecution, that's part of the accusations and all of that. And the scriptures speak about us abstaining from the appearance of evil, man. And the reason we need to do that is because our enemies are out here to look out. Our enemies are out here to make us look bad, because that's Esau's MO. Esau is not in a situation where he can just attack us and then just openly throw us on plantations anymore. No, he has to justify it. Now, he has to convince the world that you are in the position, that you deserve the position that you're in, which is at the bottom. All right, and the main way that he does that is talking shit, man, slandering you. You know, coming up with stereotypes, you know, that byword and a proverb. All right, that's written about, and so it puts us in a scenario of having to deal delicately, man. And we see several of our forefathers having to deal with this conundrum, you know, several times, man. Abraham had to lie, all right, so that wicked nigga couldn't get his woman, all right. I think he lied and he said it was his sister or something, all right. He had to use subtlety to get out of that matter, man. When he could have implied violence and force and prayed to the Most High to do it, but what did he do? All right, he took the load to navigate himself out of there too, man. Same thing with King David. Okay, in the matter of King Saul was trying to kill him, man. He took the load. All right, he pretended to be, you know, retarded and everything, man, to avoid it. Why? Because he was employing wisdom. All right, where even when he had the opportunity for violence, you know. And you don't always take the road of just letting people walk all over you, but there is a wisdom in between there, man, you know. And ultimately, man, you're not gonna know every scenario, man. Like, should I whoop this nigga's ass, you know? You know, like you should be thinking. And you know, sometimes, you know, the spirit hops on you to just react. Sometimes the demon might jump on you and get you out of character to do something prematurely you shouldn't have done, you know. So really, Salakia, when it's all said and done, the thing that we need is Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, and his wisdom, man, you know. Because I'm of the mind now, man, I let most of these people have it, bro. I can see it on their face that they're not right, man. It's like that nigga, I don't know if brothers never seen that movie Unhinged with Russell Crowe, where he just has basically a movie where he just had a bad day. I think he lost his job, he got fired, and all kind of shit. It just piled up on him, and he ends up snapping that day, you know. And all it took was one little incident in traffic, all right, to send him over the edge, all right. And that look that he has on his face, that's a lot of these people, man, you know. A lot of these crackers, they about to get back in that old spirit of just wanting to put hands on you. Or even worse, a lot of these hoe-ass Edomites, they'll do something to provoke you, man. That's happened at camp several times, man. Guy gets loud, he'll get in our face, you know, and he'll try to get a reaction out of us to provoke us to do something carnal. You know what I'm saying? And even though we're justified, you know, by our space being invaded, we have to look at the larger picture. All right. Paul had to deal with the same thing with Agrippa. Okay. When to do it and when not to do it. All right. And where Paul used subtlety to get out of a situation where we had to answer to our Edomite overlords, well, John the Baptist did the opposite, man. All right. He said, fuck it, I'm going to curse Herod out. You know? And that was his lot to do it. He was built up in the spirit enough to know that was supposed to go down that way, man. All right. It was his lot to be a martyr. All right. And so the Lord set it up for him to be that way, man. And we have to stay locked in the spirit, man, because demons are not constantly attacking you, man. They're ambush predators, man. They're not just constantly beating you up. They're waiting for an opportunity to get you to slip up, man. All right. They're not constantly swinging on you all the damn time. No, they're gonna wait for an opportune moment, like a Shabbat or an area of weakness that you might have. All right, a woman with a fat ass, a job promotion. That's the ambush. That's how demons get down, because they want us to go. They're not tracking points, man. These demons, okay? They're trying to get you to go off. They're trying to win the game. They're trying to solve the puzzle, like in Price is Right, okay? And so that's what we have to realize, man. This walk is a battle, man. We have to be watchmen, you know, not just for the flock of Israel, man, but for ourselves, man. You know, the enemy knows that we have watchmen, man. He knows that we have people on the tower looking to see, and enemies will adapt. They will try to take down the watchmen, so our defenses are down, man. That's us, the men of the Lord, you know. You know, so we have to have a very strong defense at the same time. You know, we can't let people just walk over us, man. You know, there's gonna come a time where hey, you're gonna have to defend yourself, and we're getting closer and closer into those times. But pray above everything that you know the scenario on how you're supposed to move, man. The brother mentioned that last night, man, when Moses spoke with the Most High. And the Lord told him, if there's a matter that's too hard for you to judge for yourself, then come and talk to me, and I'll judge the matter for you, man. And the Lord can do that, you know. Now, in the heat of the moment scenario, you know, the Lord might just have a spirit take over to do things to accomplish His will in that matter, man. You know, I myself, I'm not a rowdy, rambunctious guy. I wasn't in fights. I didn't throw hands and anything like that. And it's just not my baseline to whoop somebody's ass to be my default. I'll try to avoid the situation if I can. But even I had a scenario recently, man, where for like 10 or 15 seconds, man, I blanked, man. You know, and I almost, you know, having to deal with some nigga, but then, you know, the spirit hit me, it came back over me, like, let it go. All right. And it was that quick, man. But how many times does that 15 or 20 seconds was just enough for Satan to get you to do something crazy, and your ass is locked up, man? It just took 15, 20 seconds, man. All right. And that's where not being locked in with Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes into play, man. That's how a demon can just get your ass plucked out of his truth, man. You know? And so that's why we work on our relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua daily, man. Okay? So when these things come, we don't fail that test. We don't get plucked out. We may suffer. We may have certain things and ailments that come with us, man. But you know, like the ultimately, the scriptures is already written that the elect were gonna win in totality, man. You know. So just remember, we already got the victory, and now is the time. It's a good time to know that when you have the lead, man. You know, like you have to know what the score is. If you're already up, man, you don't need to be throwing, you know, 40-yard passes, you know, with 3 minutes left. You know what I mean? And it's just the wisdom associated with it, man. Managing risk. Okay, is this gonna look good? What happens if how is this gonna make the ministry look? You know, these are the kind of things that need to be, you know, going around in your head as you're moving out, you know, in your day-to-day life, man. You know, so that's basically all I had to say on that matter, man. But move circumspect, man. You know, harden your spirit against these people, but have the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that you're already above these people, that you already won, and that'll give you the understanding to know when you need to take the high road, man. You know, or when you can go low with them. You know, because sometimes that's gonna be the case. You know, niggas is just gonna try you, and you just gotta go there with them. You know, and we just pray that the Lord preserves us and that the ministry doesn't look crazy. You know, in that matter, man. And we align ourselves through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of our ability, man. So I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call hello Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rachak Wadash, Wa Abba Babal, and Shalom.